Peace and blessings, everybody. Welcome to the episode of Police Street. I'm your community ambassador, Mr. Robin J. Anderson. All right. Before I get started, I'm going to do my disclaimer first. All right.
Yes, sir.
Police Street is not a political endorsing podcast. I'm here for information purposes only. On Police Street, I interview business owners, community leaders, and our elected officials. All right.
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, man, this gentleman here, that's one of my Instagram cousins. We I forget. I'm trying to think. I think I was interviewing Meek at Meek's Vegan Pizza, or whatnot. I think you started following me from there. It was something or whatever, and that's so you followed me, I followed you back, and I said, man, this like he got a lot going on, man. So I just kind of watched him afar, you know what I mean?
Yes,
so, but anyway, Mr. Shawn Allison, man, how you doing, man?
Thank you for having me on. Well.
Oh man, now I'm glad you came on, man, because you have a real interesting story.
Yes, sir.
And you're an author, you know what I mean? So but what I like to do first, I like to get a background of where you grew up, how you grew up, and then what we are now.
Yes, sir.
You cool with that?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into it, man. So, where'd you grow up?
When I grew up in 3rd Ward, I was fortunate enough to grow up in a 2-parent home.
Okay.
And everybody, all my friends, wanted to kind of hang around at my house because I had a dad there.
Sound about right.
However, I just had a dad that was there kind of financially.
Gotcha.
He wasn't really vocal.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't really emotionally in tune.
Mm-hmm.
He just provided.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was a straight A student.
Mm-hmm.
I played sports. I excelled in sports. I excelled in school too. But when I used to go to sleep, I used to sneak out in the house and go on the stroll.
Yeah.
And I was infatuated with the pimps,
the street
the
life.
hustlers,
Yeah.
that stuff too.
Yeah. So, what high school did you attend?
I went to Jack Yates.
Okay.
I went to Dulles High School also.
Man, I don't know what it is with Jack Yates, man. That alumni is so strong, man. They were trying to do something where they was either trying to move it or something like about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and alumni came together and said, "No, y'all ain't doing that." You know what I mean? So
yes, yes, sir.
I was like, "Wow, man." You know, so after high school, where was Shawn?
In jail.
In jail. Okay.
We just had a class of 1997 football picnic on Saturday, and I went there, and I kind of shedded tears because I ran a 4.3 and a 40.
Oh wow!
I was a straight A student, and I was real good on the team on the field too.
What position you played?
I played strong safety.
Okay, you like hitting people?
Yes, sir. I used to go both ways. I played receiver at first too,
okay.
and I actually got hit by a guy when we were playing Milby.
Yeah.
And I told the coach, I don't want to play
offense
no more. Yes, sir. But I went to jail on my 9th grade year. I went to jail in front of Yates.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow. What you go to jail for? Let me ask you.
Robbery, aggravated robbery.
Wow. You know, I was you and I we talked on the phone probably about a couple weeks ago, and you gave me a statistic that I was very shocked to hear, and you were saying that most kids that they're in gangs or affiliated with gangs have been molested in some sort, right? You know
yes,
what I mean?
Sir.
So, but we're gonna come back to that.
Yes, sir.
I'm bringing this up for a reason. So, back then, that culture, the whole jacking culture, where do you think that came from and why?
From the music, like the West Coast music, the West Coast, and then the whole. We had our own culture.
We did.
The swangers, the serve, and back then, North Side, South
Side, yeah,
Plexus,
yeah.
And so, honestly, I actually was more into the drug culture, but then, like, I got broke on the dice, and that's how I started, like, doing the jacking.
Yeah.
I was at the time when they first started trying to certify juveniles as adult. I was up for certification too, and the only thing that saved me from getting certified was, like I said, I was a straight A student. So my elementary teachers, my middle school teachers, and my high school teachers kind of put a package together.
Wow.
Yes, sir. That's what saved me from getting certified.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And it's unfortunate because, like, even in the drug culture, I know that it's frowned upon, but it's misplaced entrepreneurship minded, you know what I mean? And so it's just that. But I think if and it's been said that that the government or whatever it is, they really push that element of the gangster rap onto us or whatnot. And so, but because when rap first started, man, they talked about like stuff going in the community and you had conscious rap and things like that. But it did a complete 180, you know what I mean?
Yes,
and so, but And it's unfortunate because I think the reason why it did that, because our culture, our people are so spiritually or musically inclined, so it just resonated with us, and we just zoomed, tuned in to it, for lack of a better word. You
Yes,
know what
sir.
I mean? So,
Yes, sir.
so would you say you did some time
Yes, sir.
or whatnot? You got out, you paid debt to society. What was Shawn at now?
I went back. I,
Okay.
I would love to say that it was just that one time,
Mhm.
but I was in and out of juvenile.
Mhm.
I went through the Scared Straight program,
Mhm.
and they told me then I was 13. The guy told me, said, "Man, you're gonna be my cellmate."
Mhm.
Even though I was never his cellmate,
Mhm.
I was in the penitentiary,
Mhm.
and
Dang.
I told myself,
Can you explain what scare straight is to people who don't know what that is? I remember what it was. It
"Yes,
kept
sir."
me out. I seen pictures. You know what
Yes,
I
sir.
mean?
So Scared Straight is a program that was started by Reginald Gordon, OG1,
Mhm.
and I'm fortunate to do some work with him now.
Mhm.
But you go
Shout
to,
out to OG1.
and
Yeah.
what it is, you got kids that's like in juvenile, that at-risk youth.
Mhm.
They'll bring you inside. Then it was a unit called Central in Sugarland.
Mhm.
They'll bring you inside the unit, and the inmates will kind of talk to you.
Mhm.
First, they'll try to scare you,
Yeah, of course. Of
kind of
course.
tear you down, and they'll build you up.
Yeah.
And I remember then I was 13, and I was like, they asked, "What you scared of?" And I was like, "I ain't scared of nothing."
Mhm.
And then I finally said, "The only thing I'm scared of is something happened to my mom,
Mhm.
and I not be there."
Mhm.
And so I was, it was girls there. I thought I was handsome. I had goals in my mouth already, and so I was trying to show out in front of the girls.
Yeah.
And the guy told me, he said, "Man, you're gonna be my cellmate."
Mhm.
He said, "You don't straighten up, you're gonna be my cellmate."
Mhm.
And I ended up going to prison too. Yes,
Wow.
sir.
Wow, man. So, do you think that while you were in there, you were quote unquote rehabilitated?
No, sir. Because
Mhm.
like even much in the midst of me in the streets, I was also going to Mosque 45. That's why I first met Brother Derek Muhammad,
Mhm.
and I got my ex, and that was like one side of the life I was living.
Mhm.
I was also going to church with Pastor Bishop Dixon,
Okay.
and we started the good game. That was another side of life I was living. But
Mhm.
when I go back to Third Ward, I was
Yes.
hustling
Something
too.
different.
So when I was in prison, I was still trying to hustle
Yeah.
because that exposed me to, okay, I'm from Houston. So
Mhm.
now I'm in prison. I'm around people that's from El Campo
Mhm.
and other little surrounding towns.
Oh
And the
man.
first thing I'm wondering is how much y'all pay for that
Yeah.
dope?
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
y'all pay that much? Oh, I can beat that price.
Yeah.
So the first time I only had a 3-year sentence.
Mhm.
I did the whole 3 years
Mhm.
down there involved and stuff. I ain't had no business.
Yeah. Networking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. You say you got your first ex. What does that mean?
Meaning through the Nation of Islam.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
What is that? What
When I can legally write my name, Shawn Hicks.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
sir. I was 14, 13, 14.
I wouldn't mind. You know what? The nation kind of it's kind of been around me, but not around me in a sense
Yes,
and
sir.
whatnot. I never really went through the process of becoming Muslim, but I practiced Ramadan for the past like 3 years now. Just
Yes, sir.
been calling me. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So after that second stint, what was Shawn? What happened to Shawn? Where's he at?
Um, I'm slowly starting to evolve
Mm-hmm.
because I had my first child when I was 13. I had a daughter.
Wow.
She passed away.
Oh
And
man.
then in 1998, I had a son
Mm-hmm.
that was brutally murdered. He got his skull cracked and a pole stuck up his rectum. And he was 3 years old. And so like a lot of my friends didn't even know I was going through that. And so I was drugging and into women, but the whole time, like, there was stuff going on inside of
Besides
me
you, yeah.
that I didn't know how to process. And so every time I
Damn,
went
man.
back and forth to jail, I kept saying, I need to go back and get myself where I left myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first time I went to prison, it changed me. Because some
Mm-hmm.
stuff I had to do to survive,
Mm-hmm.
some stuff I saw, it changed me.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept going back. I've been to prison 5 times.
Wow. Man, I wasn't expecting that, man. I mean, first of all, your daughter, but your son, a 3-year-old, man, like this, man, the streets is rough, man. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? God, like because back when I was coming up, man, kids and mom was they was off limits. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? It was a code. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? But now it's like ain't no God dang, man.
Yes, sir.
You better than me, man.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm gonna say. You better than me, cause I.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, so as Shawn is developing and getting stronger in himself, where you at now?
I started going to school. And so,
Mm-hmm.
like, the first time I went to prison, I actually was trying to take a trade. And that's when the Texas 7 escaped. And when the Texas 7 escaped, it changed the whole landscape of being able to go to school while you're incarcerated. Cause like I was on medium custody, and so they changed and said like, well, if you're on medium custody, you can't go to school. And so this time when I went like my second or third time, I started taking the LCDC courses to be a licensed chemical dependency counselor.
Okay.
And so I took them, then I got out, and I was going to ACC for a while, but I got back into the streets. But the seeds was still being planted too.
Yeah.
And every time I was going to jail, from the first time to the last time, I was always kind of like a counselor. Because by me not being gang related, I was able to be housed with other inmates that were gang related, and their story was all the same. Every gang, whether it was a Mexican mafia, whether it was a white gang, whether it was a Blood or Crip or a Vice Lord or Disciple, their stories were the same. Majority of them, 98% of them was molested as a child.
Dang.
98% of them come from fatherless homes. 85% of them was really functionally illiterate. Can't read, can't write. So I used to write this. I used to write their letters and read their letters to them. Yes, sir. I used to read their letters to them and write it for them, and their gang members didn't even know it.
Wow. Man, that's. I mean, how does that happen? Well, I guess because even you can't. I'm trying to find the right word to say, man, because I had another sister on here, Sister Boosie. She was at y'all's event about a month ago. She talked about basically how sex trafficking started back in slavery time. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm saying to say this, that even having a male in the household, it's like, how do you stop this molestation thing that's going on in our community, man? It's running rampant, man.
Yes, sir.
God, dog.
And like I tell most people, especially us black people, one of the worst laws, so to speak, that we ever bought into was what Mama told us: "We're going in his house, stay in his house."
Yeah.
That was one of the worst things that we ever bought into. And by us buying into that, it's safe to say that all of us suffer from PTSD.
You're right.
Because it had to be something that was going on in the house for Mom and Dad to want us to make sure it stayed in the house.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, sir.
Dang, well, that's crazy, man. I didn't think about that, but you're right, though. I mean, majority of the black community, man, we all suffer from PTSD. You know what I mean? And so it's like, but so how do we heal from that, man? Because like it's with everything going on from the 70s up until now, when the 80s, when the crack epidemic hit, they put them drugs in our community, pulled the black male out, the father out the house. Now you got mom. You know what I'm saying? If she not on government assistance, she trying to work to not get government help. Now it's like the whole community in the whirlwind, man. How do we change that, bro?
One thing is we got to start talking. Like when I talk to the youth, I always ask them one question. I say, what gives a secret power?
That's not being told.
And the answer is keeping it a secret.
Right.
I say, because just think, we just trace it all the way back to slavery. When we had a couple of, like, some of the slave owners' sons or daughters that would befriended some of our parents and taught us how to read, we had to keep it a secret. Don't let them know we can read.
Right.
So that just follows all the way through life. The same way with the street code. We don't talk to police. We don't tell. We're going to house, stay in this house.
Right.
So the more we keep it in the secret, we giving them the power. We giving them power.
Right.
Especially men,
boys. Right. You're right.
Sir.
Dang, I didn't think about it like that, man. I mean, but it's from what I remember, the gang culture basically assimilated from the Black Panthers.
Yes, sir.
Or whatnot. And so, foundationally, that's such a word.
Yes, sir.
It stands for something right.
Yes, sir.
When do you think that shifted? When it changed?
When the money got involved. When the money got involved, and it's time to split the pie equally. That's where the problem. That's where the riffraff came up.
Gotcha.
Because if I'm putting in more work than you, I feel like I'm entitled to more part of the pie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Or if I came up with the idea, I should get a bigger percentage of the pie.
Right.
And so that's what the whole the fall. That's the fall when the money started coming in. Even much because like Black Panther started free lunch, different stuff.
That's right. You're right. Yeah.
It's the same thing like with a nonprofit. Before they first start out, before they get the grant, so they start getting the money. At first, you for the people, but when that money come in, now all of a sudden stuff start changing.
Yeah. Oh man, don't tell me that, man. Wow, that's. I mean, it's almost. It's unfortunate, man. You know, there's an old saying. They say our people like crabs in the bucket, right?
Yes, sir.
But watch this though, and it's. Do you know where crabs come from?
No, sir.
They come out of like the bayou.
Okay.
Right. So, I've never seen a crab come out of a bayou, have another crab try to put it back in the bayou.
Yes, sir.
Because it's in its natural habitat, right?
Yes, sir.
But when you got this bowl, I mean this bucket. First of all, who created the bucket? Who put the crabs in the bucket?
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? So they just trying to survive.
Yes, sir.
So to me, that's how I see it. Somebody created this. America is this bucket.
Yes, sir.
Threw us up in here, projects, neighborhoods, this and that, and everybody trying to fight, and that's what's going on.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So it's like until we change that, man, it's like how do we? I don't know. That's why I'm sitting down talking to you, man. Because how old are you, brother? You want me to
I'm 46.
46.
Yes, sir.
Man, what the hell your gray hair is, man? Man, you talking about, yes, sir, man, we 3 years apart. I believe, if you said 30, I believe you. You know what I'm saying? So, wow, you know, okay, got you. So, what are you doing to keep in shape, man? I need to invest in whatever you're doing. I'm going to cut my hair off maybe or something. You know,
yes, sir.
Really
that's
great,
one of the things, I guess, like as a pro about being in jail. Because, like, I did some stints. Like, my last incarceration, I did 5 and a half, 6 years. And so that gave me time enough to fully thaw out. And I drink a lot of water. And it gave me time to get out because I was heavily into the syrup.
Yeah.
I really was never like a smoker because I like to wear expensive cologne. And I
feel
like the smoke gonna take away from my cologne.
Yeah.
And so I just drink the syrup.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So
man, and I didn't know where that syrup culture came from, man. Because like you know, when I was in college, man, I remember that this is when UGK kind of like not riding dirty. What was it? Super tight.
Yes, sir.
Super tight came out, man. That's when that culture kind of started
yes, sir.
filtering in.
Yes, sir.
Where the hell did it come from?
I'll be honest. Like I started drinking syrup when I was in elementary, like 9 years old.
Dang, I'm behind then.
Yes,
I don't know.
Syrup.
Yeah.
And it just evolved like the whole slow, like that's especially on the south side. Cause like the north side was more uppers.
Yeah.
In the south side, we was more
that slow bit, laid back. Yeah, you're right. Cause that's where Screw came from, the south side. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Man, wow. So we went on a whole other tangent, man. But we had to talk about this because this is the culture of Houston and whatnot. So after your fifth stint and you Shawn is evolving, man. What did you get? What did you start doing?
Okay, well, 8 days before I finna gritty, because you always gotta, it's like hit rock bottom. And so my bottom for me was 8 days before I finna gritty. Come on, my dad that raised me, he passed away. He actually died twice. The first time he died, they brought him back to life, but then they broke like 4 of his ribs.
Damn.
And so he told my sister, like, well, go back again, let me go.
Yeah.
And he died 8 days before I finna gritty get out. And he was like, that my mom already was gone. And so like my dad was like my crutch. And so when he passed away, it forced me to grow up. I had a choice. And so one of the most pivotal choices that I made was the female that I was messing with at the time. She fitted my lifestyle in the streets. And so when I came home, I made a conscious decision to leave her.
Let her go, yeah.
I left her, and then I said, in order for me to get something I never have, I got to do something I never done.
That's true.
And so for the first time in my life, I went and took a job making $7.25. Mind you, I came home to like $20,000. So I didn't need a job financially.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to do something different. And so I took a job making $7.25.
What were you doing?
A behavior tech at a behavior health hospital.
Gotcha.
And so I took that job. I started going back to school, and I graduated during the pandemic from Abbott Community College, summa cum laude.
That's what's up.
But LCDC, I took the test, passed it, and then George Floyd died. So I had to watch my homeboy die on national TV.
Oh man, you knew Big Floyd. Gotcha. Wow. Wow.
Yes,
Wow, man.
yes,
You know, I'm gonna choose my words carefully with this, man. I think that there was always a issue with the police. It's always been, you know what I'm saying? And the blatancy of this cop, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, because I mean, you can apprehend somebody without having to stick your, you know what I'm saying, how they did it and whatnot, man. But I think that the unfortunate thing is that Floyd he passed away. But the good thing is that what I saw was you had all nationalities coming together, marching in displeasure. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And it was an amazing thing to see. But I think that the marches were in vain.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because back in the day when you had, you know, when King when they protested the buses out there in Montgomery, they wanted to have that. It was a reason why they did it. It was a purpose. You know what I'm saying? But I think that if but it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, you know, minimize it, but it really was in vain because next we know, COVID hit and they shut everything down. You know, they thought, oh no, these people getting together, we can't have that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And so, but tell me, because you say you're an author, man. When you decided to become an author and start writing books?
Well, I always been a nerd, and I always love to read books. And you remember they say, if you ever want to keep something from a black person, you do what?
Put it in the book.
Put it inside of a book.
Yep, you're right.
And so I want to dispel that. And so even when I was incarcerated this last time, like I said, I'm with LCDC too, so I had to take a lot of those drug classes. A lot of drug film that they show, a lot of curriculum is outdated. And so I told myself, I didn't never tell nobody, but I told myself, I said, you know what? When I go home, I'm gonna create a new curriculum for the drug thing, which I do. I have. I said I'm gonna write a book too. So my first book was Breaking the Cycle.
Hold it up so people can see it. Yeah, there you go. All
so
right.
my first book is Breaking the Cycle.
Okay.
And what this book is about is breaking the cycle of recidivism.
Recidivism, okay?
Recidivism.
Recidivism, okay? Can you break that down? Bring my dictionary.
Okay. Recidivism is something that I'm living proof of. On the other side, somebody that gets out and go back, real and go back.
Gotcha.
And so they always show the numbers of people that go back, but they never show the success story numbers.
Good point.
They just always show the people that go back, and like I said, I've been 5 times. So I was part of that number. However, this time I'm on the other side. I'm on the success story side.
Gotcha.
And so everything that I talk about in this book, I'm living proof that in September the 4th will be 6 years I've been on.
Wow.
This is the longest I've been on in my life since I was 13.
Wow. No
run-ins with the police. No dirty ways, no nothing. For 6 years, everything I'm talking about within this book.
That's what's up.
And one of the most important things that I'm talking about in the book is me being able to address our mental health.
That's needed in our community, man.
Yes,
it's you know, back in the day it was kind of frowned upon, but now you're hearing about it more because it got mainstream. Because you got people on Breakfast Club, Charlamagne talking about it, and some other people. So you're right, it's needed, man. You know, I it's kind of it's when you're on the ground floor and on the grassroots and you seeing what's going on in the community, it's like, dang, man, what can I do? What can I do? Because even trying to sit down and talk with some of these young men, most of these kids they got them on some type of drug.
Yes, sir.
For behavioral purposes, which just don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
You know, let my dad tell it. He'd rather pull a belt out, but that's another story. But it's like, how do we counter that? You know what I'm saying? With this, them putting these kids on drugs and just for mom to even just deal with them. How do we change that?
We gotta show them, let them see the pro and the con of using the drug.
Check.
Because in order to get something, you got to lose something.
That's true.
So yeah, the drug might calm you down, so to speak. But what's the side effect of it?
Yeah, you're right.
So what I like to tell them all the time, like, play the tape out. It's part of playing the tape out all the way through to the end. Don't just stop it at the good part. The good part, okay, I take this pill, I'm calmed down.
Yeah.
Okay, play it out. What happened?
Right.
When he started coming down, or he she started coming down, what happened? when they can't sleep, they waking up in the middle of the night hollering. They urinate on themselves. They defecate on themselves. Let's play it all the way out. Now let's weigh it.
Interesting. Yeah, you're right about that, man. Wow. You know, and then some of these medications is making these young men grow breasts and all
Yes,
kind.
sir.
Man, this
Yes,
man,
sir.
they do experiments. I don't care what they say.
Yes, sir.
They know what they're doing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So I see another one. He say, boys cry too.
Yes, sir. Boys cry too.
Guys, what's that? What's the what inspired this one?
Okay, well, last month June was Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and so I strategically wanted to get out for that, and it was Father's Day also.
Sure
and
was.
so what this book is a permission statement.
Gotcha.
For boys, it's what and men. Because in order for men to heal, we got to go back and heal the little boy inside of us.
You're right.
And so one of the things that we got to tell ourselves as men, which we was robbed of as boys, is that it's okay to cry. Because it's sad to say, since I've been on my 6 years, I've been to more funerals than weddings.
Wow.
And every funeral I go to, I sit back and analyze and I watch. When a lady or a girl go up to the casket, I see the family will get up or friends will get up and hold her, let her cry, let her look at it. But every time a boy or a man get up there and he crying, I see the family or somebody pull him to the side and tell him, man, it's all right, suck it up. Why? Why you got to suck it up? He hurting too.
Good point.
Why? And it go back to how we was conditioned as kids.
You're right.
We were told, what, big boys don't cry.
Don't cry, you're right.
And so I wrote this book and mixed in with a little bit of my life story, telling some of the things what boys still had to suppress that's hindering them from crying. So we go back and give them permission to, okay, let's put a word with how you feel. Because we all would like to say boys don't do nothing but show anger. But anger is a secondary emotion. So what's the primary emotion they feeling? Neglected. Embarrassed.
Embarrassing, right. Right. You're right.
Yes, sir.
You're right. Wow, that's a powerful insight, man. I didn't think about it like that, man. So, where does Shawn see himself in the next 5 years? Cause you wrote 2 books, man. So I see more, but what I it's something else that's pulling you. I see it.
Yes, sir. What's pulling me, sir, is being a model for Black boys. My specific calling, my specific mission is for Black boys to be a model to show them that despite how you started, it's how you finish.
That's how you're right. Right.
It's different ways to make it out besides sports and rap.
That's right.
And it's cool to be smart.
It is. You're right.
See, when I go inside the schools now, I like to tell kids, I made my first bill on my report card when I was in the 11th grade. I went from kindergarten to the 11th grade, straight A's, high A's to 95, 97, I know 90s. And it was cool.
Yeah.
But like now, they kind of bought into as long as I pass, I'm cool. No, because my mama instilled to me, don't just pass, excel.
You're right.
And so that's one thing I want to do, and I want to let boys. I want boys to know that a lot of our OGs that we coin OGs that we look up to, they failed us. Like a lot of my OGs.
Man, you got to expound on that, Shawn. Cause that's a whole nother podcast. I want you to tell why you feel that way.
Because like I say all the time, like I blame the OGs. I blame the OGs, okay, because OGs is the one that you taught us how to talk to girls. You taught us how to dress. You taught us how to put a car together. You taught us how to sell dope. You taught us how to roll. Why you didn't teach us how the importance of getting life insurance? Why you didn't teach us the importance of staying in school? Why you didn't teach us the importance of being emotionally mature? Why you didn't teach us respect for ourselves first so we can respect women?
Check.
So I blame the OGs.
Yeah. Especially
the ones that self-proclaim. Because I like to say all the time, in order for me to become a licensed chemical dependency counselor, I had to go to school, learn a curriculum, then I had to take a test. Once I took that test, then I had to do 4,000 hours, intern hours, before I can say I'm a licensed chemical. How can you just go to jail or accumulate enough money to now you self-proclaim an OG?
Wow.
I blame the OGs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Like you said, because how do we gauge what being an OG is?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? who the ones that's giving the grades. You
Yes,
know what I
sir.
mean? So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
hey man, we might have to. Hey, that
Yes,
might be
sir.
something I start doing. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
sir.
Man, you know what? There's a gentleman. God dang, I see his face, man. He be on Love the Jam radio. What's my guy name, man? He was it comes to me in a second. But anyway, he said the same thing, man, about telling these youngsters how to check their OG. If your OG ain't doing this, doing this, doing this, doing that, it's like they're not your
They
OG.
not your OG.
They're not, man, what's my guy name? God dang, I see his face, man. Be on Love the Jam radio. We love you. It comes to me in a second. But anyway, but
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
but you're right though. It's like
Yes, sir.
because you know if dad is not there, if uncle's not there, and then you get into this culture of what a gang is,
Yes, sir.
supposed to treat you right. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? Supposed to teach you right. But you know, we might have to figure out how to do some kind of series like that. You know what I'm saying
Yes,
about
sir.
how to grade our OGs,
Yes,
man. You
sir.
know what I mean? Because it's time out.
Is it?
It really is. It's time out, man. But anyway, we can talk all day, man. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media and all that kind of good stuff.
Yes, sir. So on Instagram, I'm Trendsetters Go Getters, and on Facebook, I Kill Talib. And you want to get some insight about the ministry, you go to www.dunministry.org.
That's
I
it.
like to say I like to always say that I'm a person that represents the culture, but have came to represent the culture. The same word, represent.
Okay.
But I represent the culture, but now I'm here to represent the culture.
Thug Oster. That's his name. I couldn't think of that came to. Thug Oster, man. Shout out Thug Oster, man. He
Yes,
he
sir.
he
Shout
got
out.
he got a segment. I cut you off. A segment called basically F your OG.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, go
Yes,
back.
sir. Yes,
I
sir.
finish what you were saying.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Like I say, I'm a person that represents the culture. Like I had the privilege of saying, I've been to Screwhouse. Back when Screw was first, I was at Screwhouse. I was with DJ Bone. I know Kiki. I know all the Southside rappers. I know them personally. So I represent that whole culture. But that culture failed us too.
Wow.
That culture failed us.
Yeah.
And so I'm one of the ones that I'm here to represent the culture. Meaning, it's time for boys to get emotionally mature. Cause I ask them all the time, so why do you think they say girls are more mature than boys? And what they talking about is emotionally mature. Because for one, every time I go inside a classroom and it be majority boys, I say, how y'all doing? How y'all feel? Get what they all say. Good.
I'm good. Yeah.
Good. That's the only emotion words you know. It's good. Now something wrong with that picture.
Wow. Interesting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Yes, sir.
Wow, man. I really feel like, Brother Shawn, that we need to basically, because there's churches here that got like classrooms that's not being used.
Yes, sir.
We need to pull these kids out, man, and start teaching our own kids. Because some of them kids that live a problem,
yes,
they're not a problem, just need a little more hands on. You know
yes,
what I'm saying? And so,
you know the one thing they need, sir?
What's that?
Somebody that actively listen to them. I just was out of town and I doing it with some men, and I said, what's the hardest thing for another black man to do with another black man? And they gave me a different, hug them, be vulnerable. I said, no. The hardest thing for a black man to do with another black man is to actively listen.
Yeah. Wow.
I say, why you think most black men do not like going to the mosque or do not like going to church? You know how hard it is for a black man to sit up under another black man, the preacher or the imam, and he going off, he explaining, he teaching, and he can't raise his hand up and show what he know? Because why as men, we've been conditioned to, we got to show what we know too.
Right.
My masculinity is based on what I know, I know and what I can do.
Right.
So how can I sit up and listen to you and I can't tell you what I do?
Good point.
And that's what kids need. They need somebody to actively listen to them.
Wow. So before we get off here, I want you to because you put up the 300. Is it mentors or 300
yes, sir.
men?
300 mentors.
Exactly what's that? Shout out to Derek Muhammad too, man. What's that about?
Yes, sir. So the 300 mentors come from the movie 300, and so our goal is to train up 300 men and women to go into these communities and mentor these kids that's dealing with emotional abuse, drugs, gangs, gun violence. And so what our whole thing is to train them up, and we gonna send them out.
That makes sense, bro, because like right now this YN culture is very counterproductive to our culture.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And I talk communities. And what I like, I don't know when this was, but I saw a video that it had a bunch of people out of the nation walk through Garden City Apartments one day, man. And that video, I think it went viral. You know what I'm saying? It went viral, man. We can keep that up, keep that same energy.
Yes,
and with these young black men seeing other men come together, what it look like as far as unity goes,
yes, sir.
It's a wrap.
Yes, sir. And you know, one thing with the youth, cause like, you know, especially with our older generation, what we like to say, man, that younger generation, man, I try to stay out the way. No, that's why they going astray.
Yep.
Somebody need to get in the way.
That's right.
Cause leaders go the way, show the way, and know the way.
Yes,
so
sir.
we got to get in the way and show them the right way to go.
Yep.
And then another thing, like they hurting.
They hurting. That's right.
Okay, we can't tell them to stop the beef. How can we realistically tell them, man, y'all need to stop beefing when 20 of them done got killed and 20 of them done got killed? But what we can do is help them process. Because once you go, okay, when your homeboy get killed, y'all ride on him. Now, your homeboy on a shirt, his homeboy on a shirt. We still got to process them feelings. Because that killing ain't going to bring them on y'all homeboys back.
That's right.
It's only so much weed you can smoke.
Right.
It's only so much sex you can have. It's only so much food you can eat.
Yep.
That can help you try to avoid it temporarily.
Right.
The pain's still there. So we gotta process that pain.
You're right. You know, so are there, because I mean I haven't heard of it, but are there any type of programs or anything out there that kids can say, you know what, let me go over here and go to the Chamber of Commerce on Friday. We have a meeting summit. We all sit down and we talk about X, Y, and Z. Is that out here?
Yes, sir. We have, with the African American Male Wellness Agency, we have what's called Real Man, Real Talk.
Okay.
And what Real Man, Real Talk is, we create a safe space for men, boys included, to come in and talk about stuff that they don't feel comfortable talking to their parents about, talking to their spouse about, talking to their friends about. We call it taking the mask off.
Gotcha.
So it's every third Thursday of the month, and we do it in different parts of the city. Okay. Like a youngster or a man that grew up in Third Ward, life is different than a man that grew up in Missouri City.
That's true. That's true. Man, it seems like it's so much, man. But they say the way you eat an elephant is one bite at a time. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so, man, I really appreciate you coming in. It's been a long time. Well, not a long time coming, but we kind of navigated through it and got you down here, man. So I'm praying somebody heard what you said. Is like, you know what? If Shawn can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? So, man, you got to come back. We gonna, cause I feel the book coming on and whatnot. So you got to come back and we can sit and chop it up. We can check the temperature of how the community and what everything is going on, what you're doing and whatnot.
Yes, sir.
Agreed?
Yes, sir. I 100% agree.
I got you, man. So y'all make sure go check out my website, flickstreet.com. If you support what I'm doing, this is from my heart, man. I ain't getting paid for this. You know what I mean? Yes, buy a T-shirt. I got some coffee coming soon. Also, I'm on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Like I said, man, y'all make sure to go support me. You know, so we out here interviewing brothers like this and sisters who doing amazing things in our community because y'all need y'all flowers, man.
Yes,
you know what I mean? While we here. You know what I mean? So, all right. So until next time, y'all. Peace out.
Definitely want to give a shout out to Political Street, man. That's one of the coldest names you can have. Because we out here in these streets, but these politics is trickling down, so it's all intertwined, man. So we got to figure out how to work it the way we work. So shout out to Political